you are. Alhamdulillah. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Welcome. Welcome to Serious and Sincere from Washington, D.C. Where are you from, sister? What's your name?
So I'm Khadijah Jalani. I live in San Antonio, Texas. But I had moved from Maryland. So I lived in Maryland for a long time, lived in D.C., but I'm originally from Tennessee.
Okay. And what took you to Texas?
Work.
Oh, what do you do?
I work in cybersecurity.
Okay. That's enough. Yes.
Thanks.
Do you
I don't do the sexy stuff though. It's not sexy. It's really the means to an end. So,
Okay, what's the sexy stuff?
Hacking, backdooring, all that stuff. That's not what I do. That's not what I do. Exfiltration. I don't do any of that. I literally am. I'm the traffic cop. So I just I tell people what rules not to break.
Okay.
And then I jack them up if they break it. So that's I'm a bully.
Do you practice on the range too? Are you a Second Amendment practitioner?
So I grew up in the country, so we use guns for real reasons. We didn't use them for people. So, we use them for
Thank you, baby.
Not?
I miss you too.
Why? He wants to be in the fun.
He can have his own channel, but no, he knows not right now.
He wants to see what all the commotion is.
He does.
Nosy jokers.
He has to give me 20 minutes. I told him he has to give me 20 minutes before he tries to join me on air. So,
okay.
Yeah, he's early. Yeah.
He's early? Okay. That's a good boundary. That's a good boundary. He understands, but and I'm always like, oh no, it's the kids. No, bring the kids in. Let's have a 3-ring circus with the kids.
And then the questions would amaze you, and I'm not ready for his questions sometimes. So.
Oh no, I understand. That's how we stay hip. That's how we stay with it. These young people, boy, the younger the better.
I mean, do you have any young people?
I have a young person. He's 23. Jelani. Yeah. Okay. So he is not in the States right now. So yeah, but I just have one. I have one. I gave birth to one, but I have so many. I have, nieces and nephews. One of my friends, he's like, look, when you come to town, let me know after you finish hanging out with all your nieces and nephews, because you hang out with all the kids. I was like, I do.
Because they're enjoyable.
Yes, I babysat the kids. I had to change the children's diapers. I like the kids, so it's kind of hard for me, to not spend time with the little people. But I just have one.
I'm sorry?
I said I just have the one.
Okay. Do you get involved with children at the community level?
Not really. I'm doing a little bit more now, actually, because, actively parenting, you spend time, and my son plays soccer. So on the community level, as long as the community has something to do with soccer and work, yeah. You know what I mean? While I was there in Maryland, I had a huge network of friends who helped me because I was a single mom for a while. So, I just returned the favor as much as I possibly could. So I think I did, involved with the kids really just within my circle of friends, which included my son's friends, the neighborhood kids. I was the mom that had the stinky car because I always had boys and soccer gear and turf And there was always like chicken bones and old French fries in my car. So it was like romper room central. Like we couldn't be prim and proper. And it was just like, okay, you know what I mean? Like let the children live. So I've always been that kind of mom up until probably like maybe about 5, 6 years ago when he went off to college. So, and now
Okay.
I'm doing a little bit more in the community because I'm, affiliated with a sorority. So we do a lot of work in the community that way.
Okay. And what's the name of your sorority?
Oh, Alpha Kappa Alpha.
Okay. Do you prefer someone who is also pledged, or do you want somebody who's
Nah, yeah, not really. No, no. That's not necessarily ain't no deal breaker. Quite frankly, you know, I'm one of those people. I know a lot of people, but the AKAs who are closest to me are the ones that I pledged with and the ones from my undergrad. I have some really good friends that I've met who were Muslims, and I met like since I lived there, and we stumbled upon the fact that we were AKAs. We were like, wait, what? You're
okay?
AKA too? So yeah, but not necessarily. I come from a, college educated family. So that's kind of just what we did as a matter of our college experience. So nah.
Okay. And should your ideal brother have children who are past a certain age, or you don't mind?
Oh yeah. No, no, no. We need them out the bubble. Let me
Okay.
tell you, I don't actively parent. I actively auntie. I
Okay.
acted like, I think my greatest asset is being the auntie that people can pick up the phone and call and like, get no judgment, just listen to young people, try to figure stuff out. And, like, I'm that. I'm not actively engaged in parenting. Now I got a niece upstairs right now, 15, 16, about to be 16. Like we have real conversations about like, nah, you know what I mean? So that's about all I got. I have to, you know, I bring my nieces from Tennessee, who visit me, and they're all, college students. So I got 2 freshmen and, sophomores, seniors. So that's about my limitation.
Okay.
17, 18, but somebody through the bubble.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So what should his family responsibilities look like?
I'm sorry, say that again.
What should his family responsibilities look like? Or what should he not have on his plate?
Um, I think a lot of those things, I came from a really large extended family, and my grandparents raised me. So those complexities, as long as someone is being responsible and being held accountable for their responsibilities. And those vary as the kids get older. And it actually
Yeah.
varies as our parents get older. My both of my biological parents are alive, but they live in separate households. So I have to run to Memphis sometimes, and then I have to run to Midtown Atlanta sometimes. And, they're still my parents, so you have to maintain relationships, kinship, and do the best I can with that. They're aging. They're relatively good health, but they're aging. So I would feel like at least that would be very similar. You have a responsibility to your parents as best as, your, whatever your financial situation is. But I'm definitely from the mindset of, we should be able to tend to our loved ones. And I have a
Absolutely.
lot, I'm the eldest grandchild, but my grandparents raised me. So I was raised with my mom and her siblings. So it really is like I have like, brothers and sisters, although they're my aunts and uncles, and I still have to tend to them.
Alhamdulillah.
So, or at least try to anyways, and a lot of cousins. And so I kind of pop in and surprise them, and usually end up working myself into a good sleep. So I would expect that that's what his I would hope that that's what his responsibility looked like. And we meet in the middle and share the responsibility as best as we can.
And if he wasn't interested in taking care of his people, then you're not interested in him.
I'd have to see, because his people may be toxic.
There's that too. That's fair.
So, every situation, I know what, I have my own boundaries with my own extended family. And I talked to a really good friend of mine about that. And because I'm a caretaker and I'm a fixer, and I'm the person that people call and can, expect me to show up and be, do what needs to be done, fill in the gaps, so to speak. But there's some toxic relationships in there. And so I have very recently had to learn to love with boundaries and have responsibility with boundaries. My no means no and my yes means yes. And so, I would expect the brother to at least have that mindset, want to, but know what gives for him or what may or may not happen for him, relative to his family. So,
okay,
I'm pretty easy.
That's fair. What are your age preferences?
Ooh. What are my age? So, I don't know, because like younger men seem to find that I think I'm younger.
Okay.
So those are like, I'm always in this cycle of like that 30 something. The 50 somethings don't like me. I don't know what it is. Like, I want somebody who got high blood pressure like me, somebody who got bad knees like me, but that ain't like me. So, what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Don't want no kids. Somebody old enough don't want no kids. So we're not doing that. So somebody who, the age is, I would say, of course, mature. But I would say, late 30s.
Late 30s. What's your age?
I'm 51.
51, right on. Okay. That's a youthful 51. Alhamdulillah. I got classmates. I pray for them. From high school, I see them. I'm like, y'all got to do better. Y'all got to be living right. But
girl, broke down. Let me tell you, my aunt used to say, have somebody that y'all can swap glasses. I can't say, baby, where my glasses at? Here, I don't know, and he cleans them off and gives you his. So I want that, but that ain't what want me. So,
maybe that's not written for you. Huh? Okay. Maybe that's not written for you. Maybe Allah wants you to have somebody younger. So let's see. Yeah.
Let's
see.
Okay.
So in the event he in his late 30s and he's ideal, what's his career status? Like his travel requirements, salary, time, flexibility, those kinds of things.
So I literally was just telling my girlfriend, I just came back from Nashville last week. No, Monday. And I'm, obviously the holidays are coming up, so I'm going to go visit with family. And then I'm like headed out the country again in December. So brother needs to be able to move, and he needs to be able to move comfortably, because I do travel a lot. I'd like to have company, but if he's not up to everything that I'd like to do, I'd like for us to negotiate that I can still move kind of, within reason, and of course, someone professional. I just think that at this stage in my life, I'd like someone professional. It doesn't mean that he can own his own business. He can do any and all of those things that he is earning a good wage, and has some savings and has a plan, and he's worked the plan. I'm kind of open to that end of it.
Okay.
What was the other question?
I think that was about it as far as his flexibility and time.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So, what about his practice and preferences? Does he should he make all five every day, or are you okay with him missing one or two?
Look here.
Every other day.
Let me tell you something. I had one that wouldn't even get up for a fudger. So, like, that's between him and his Lord. I know what I do, and I have to, work around my schedule. Sometimes I'm able to squeeze it in before a meeting or hit it late, and as it's turned from, especially like Zohr to Asr. I just went back into the office this month. And so it's a little bit hard running out to go somewhere and make salah in the car or whatever. But, and I'm really kind of conscientious about it too, because of the environment in which I work. And, so, so I just, the environment in which I work, I have to be a little bit more mindful of it. And so, and now I'm getting to the age where I don't care. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we just gonna close the door, lock it, and we're gonna get them, 4 rakats out. But as far as a brother is concerned, like, that's between him and Allah. I want him to practice. I want him to be a practicing Muslim. I definitely want him to be adherent to the tenets of Islam. But, that's kind of where we are in this world. I want it to be how he lives, from that standpoint.
At home, at least. What would be your
Oh
preference?
yeah, for sure. Like, let's wake up for Fudger. Let's wake up for Fudger. Can I just get somebody who wakes up for Fudger? You can go back to sleep.
Okay.
You can go back to sleep.
Okay, so you're not asking for anything. You're not asking for anything. You're not asking for somebody to be your imam and make you step it up to the next level. You're not looking for.
I mean,
okay.
No.
Yeah.
I've been Muslim since I was 22.
Okay.
So, and this has probably been the best, this last maybe 5 or 7 years has probably been the best that I have felt about my relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Just like solid, right? Like, it's just been that maturity into the faith, and has been my understanding of the faith, my own, growth. My iman has grown, my taqwa has grown, like that. And I feel like it's very personal. My prior relationship, I probably look to a brother to be a little bit more forthright and kind of help me navigate that. Nah, because I'm a much better human being when I'm really focused on my relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Just okay. And if I'm a better human being, then I'll be a better, wife, or a better mom, better sister, all of that.
So he shouldn't be looking for that from you either, then.
No.
Okay.
No. I mean, we can hold each other accountable, and and I will, I'll be like, bah, come on, bro. Like, I will check him, you know what I'm saying? And I expect him to check me like, hey, put that hijab on, tie down, sis. Because my son does that, Mom. What you doing? You out here in these streets like that? Come on, sis. So, like that kind of thing, sometimes, but nah.
Okay, that's fair. All right, yeah, ideal wedding, walima, honeymoon, inshallah.
You said what?
What would be your, I'm gonna lead into it.
That's okay. Yeah, just let that baby give you the love. Let that baby give you the love. Assalamualaikum. Walaikum salam, handsome. You cute as a bee. What's your name?
What's your name?
Now, I ain't heard none of that.
Okay, just, that's all he's giving.
All right, brother.
Bismillah. Okay.
No, right? Okay, what's you said what's walima?
Like the next time around. Inshallah.
Oh, Jesus.
Yes.
I said,
ideal wedding, walima, honeymoon.
Let me tell you. Honestly, probably my closest, some of my set of, like it was the last time, but some of my closest friends, people he can be like, hey, your girl tripping. Can you know what I'm saying? Like, can you pull her up? Like, those are the people that need to be in the number. That circle has gotten smaller as I've gotten older because some of my friends, like, they know how to, like, navigate all of my stuff. So, so it would be that very intimate. I say that, and then he'll get a laundry list of all the sisters I know, and then another laundry list of all the brothers who be like, yeah, I remember when Khadijah was doing this. You know what I mean? Like, so you know, brothers and sisters who've seen me grow up. And then I got tons, and you know, obviously, I got non-Muslim family and friends. So, so they would be in the mix too, because believe it or not, you know, a lot of them jokers hold me accountable and responsible for the best version of myself. And then and then honeymoon, like we out. Like I can tell you where I want to go. I can post that. I can pin that right now, so the brother can start saving his coins.
Okay, where y'all going?
Oh, we can hit Barbados. We can get Jamaica. We can come back through, get Cuba. Like, we can go where all the black and browns are. Then we can finish up, like, or we can take North Africa. We can do some of that. Like, I got friends in Morocco. We can hop over to Paris. Like, oh, I got that. I got to travel for days. Like, we can stay gone. And we can stay gone where it's like black and brown people. Like, I ain't never got to go nowhere where it's not the non-black or browns. What's that?
What y'all serving at the Walima?
Oh, food.
Yeah.
So, sis, like it's so I hate this term, but Corey can tell you, like, I'm a foodie.
Okay.
But I'm a weirdo. So I won't eat it if I'll have like a taste for, like, I just had this. I was just telling a friend of mine, I was like, oh yeah, I want a Thai food and I want a Penang. And so I was like, yeah, I got Penang, but I got it with tofu because I can't get it with salmon here. So I made salmon on the side and added it in with the tofu. And he was like, oh, that sounds great. I was like, it's so good because that's exactly what I wanted. I wanted Penang curry with salmon, a spot I used to get it actually in a spot we used to go to in Silver Spring.
Okay. Is Amina Thai?
No, Amina. Oh, I love her.
Okay.
Let me tell you, I love her. She is so sweet. She fed me when I was sick.
Oh, my
She
God.
she fed me when I was sick. So, she is so. But I didn't go to the spot when she like I liked her spot better in Rockville. I think she still has it, but then she has a Silver Spring spot, which is really no. But this is a spot that's like on top, downtown Silver Spring, but on the top tier.
Okay.
Right there where the fountain is. I forget the name of it. It's probably Thai of Silver Spring because they have one in Laurel. They have one in where's the Wall Chapel, but they have it with salmon.
Okay.
Sis. So what would we serve? We would probably serve whatever I felt like eating at that moment. I'm a big Mediterranean, like you can't, but Mediterranean from the standpoint, like I like a lot of tapas.
Okay.
So a lot of small dishes, but I think Mediterranean is really, you can get anything from Italian food. I'm big on seafood, even though I'm from like a little, landlocked place. Living in Maryland for like 25 years, you learn to love everything that comes out of the water, right? So, so it would be seafood in there, maybe a little Maryland crab cake, a little crab bomb.
Okay.
Yeah, right. Some chopino, you know what I mean? A little soup for those of us who like, to kind of warm our bones, but I can go all over the place with food. So
Mm,
that's kind of like they laugh at me because I don't like to cook the same thing. So my god sister's here and my niece, and when I cooked for them, I'm like, what my niece has one of her favorite breakfast items that I cooked for her was these banana. She loves banana bread, and her grandmother makes banana bread. It's horrible. It's horrible. But I make banana bread French toast. And so I make her banana bread French toast, but she always asks for it. And I'm like, I don't feel like making that. And so the thing is I keep banana bread in the freezer when I want to make it, and then I come over here and I make it for them. Banana bread and French toast. So I'm one of those people, I won't eat the same thing twice. I get bored really easily.
okay. So he should
Yeah.
have a palate. He
Oh
should not be
yeah, like
who eats
look,
mashed
yeah,
potatoes. Like, okay.
yeah, yeah,
Right.
like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't come basic. Don't come
Okay.
basic. Right?
That's
Yeah, don't do that. That's not. I mean, you can, but don't tell me. Don't eat chicken fingers and wings and I don't want to hear that. Where that baby would. I wouldn't even feed that to Cutie Pie. You know what I'm saying? I just wouldn't. I mean, I would probably like jazz it up. You know what I'm saying? Like he would have some like, one of my girlfriends used to work for McCormick's, and so I would tell her, I was like, hey, I made this with, Frank's hot sauce and honey. And she's like, what are you making, Khadijah? And I was like, girl, it's so good. I just thought about it and I wanted it. So I would get that baby some of that, then get some, but don't come to me, bro, with no basic chicken fingers and you want a steak. How you cooking it? How you cooking a steak, bro? What you eating with it? Don't talk about no
for real.
potatoes because I don't want to hear that. What you say?
What should he say though? But what should he say if you ask him how you cooking that steak and what you serving with it? You know.
He's right. So I want him to be honest and then be prepared for me to turn my nose up.
You gonna put him through it?
Probably. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it is what it is. All of my friends could tell you, Khadijah is going to find that they don't. We go out to eat. They're like, "Where do you want to go?" Oh, does he have
Okay.
to? Does my future husband have to know how to cook? Yes, he can. He needs to know how to like cook some basic stuff, right? And if it's someone who is, I'm open to foreign-born Muslims, foreign-born from my Black American experience. Like, what you cooking from your experience, from your culture? Like, bring that to the table.
Okay.
Yeah.
Be the best of your world. I mean,
Be
for
the
real.
best of your world, long as it's not chicken fingers and. I mean, if you're gonna do that, like zhuzh up the chicken fingers, you know what I'm saying? Give me some razzle dazzle.
He couldn't put no peanut sauce on them chicken fingers and impress you with some satay.
He might, I mean, you know what I'm saying? What else? I mean, bring your best game, bro.
Okay.
I ain't gonna turn down nothing but my collar. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna see.
Okay. What's your ideal courtship look like?
Oh, so I was wondering like what kind of questions you were gonna ask. And I tried to think. Look, I just be honest, like I don't know how to court.
Okay.
Because, I feel like I'm a work in progress. I am literally always so like out there that all of my girlfriends are like, hey, you really can stand down, right? You don't have to lead all the time. And so I'm learning in my age, my big age, how to pay attention to what my nieces do. Cause my nieces got these guys like opening doors and buying them bags and, like giving them blankets, when they're cold, like, and I'm just like, you cold, get your own blanket. So
I
I'm
gotta appreciate
learning.
what they telling you though. How
You said what?
what they telling you? So I can write this down. What are they
Oh,
telling you?
no, they're just telling me like it's not even what they're telling me. It's like how you're so my nieces were raised very old fashioned.
Okay.
And, their moms were raised them in the church. And so they believe in courtship. And so it is this getting to know you, which I do just because, but I'm one of those people that, I don't ever like, I don't know that anyone's interested unless it's direct because
Right.
I feel like I'm everybody's homeboy.
Okay.
So because I'm everybody's homeboy, I kind of move in a space like, okay, I got me. You can handle, Becky and Karen and take care of their stuff. You know what I mean? Like I got me, which is it's a trope of black women, the strong black woman. And I'm not. I want to be damseled. I want to be
Okay.
damseled. So, but I'm learning how to do that. In all honesty, I'm learning how to do that. So somebody will have to definitely be patient with me in that regard.
Okay.
But he can get help from my friends,
Okay.
get a little help from my friends. So I don't know. Courtship, I guess ideally it would be, I'm big on conversation. I think, the best, I'm looking for a friend.
And me.
So I think, yeah, the best relationships that I've had, 20, 30 years, male or female, have always been this. We started out as this, one particular reason why we came together. And then we learned and built trust relationships. And so now we're friends.
Okay.
And so I think my friend would have to court me.
Alhamdulillah. And how would he let you know he was interested
Oh
in
Lord,
starting
please
a
just come and
relationship?
say, hey,
Like, what should he do? Who
just
should he?
don't. Just
How
tell
should he?
me. Let me tell you something. I don't just keep it plain. Make it
Okay.
plain, bro. Just keep it
Okay.
plain.
Leave a note on your car. Tape it to the window.
Don't do that.
Okay.
Text
See?
me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know how to say it because it's just so, you know what I mean? Like, so many things go over my head, and it really is me because I just live my life. And we had a girlfriend of mine, we were having this conversation earlier today. She was like, I think he was flirting with me. And I was like, we're really bad at this. Like, how do we not know? Like, how, she was like, he's not reaching out to me on LinkedIn, and he gave me his number. And I was like, did he? And I was like, do you think? She was like, yeah. And I was like, well, he could have just been giving you his number so that you wouldn't be late. If in the event you were running late, you could call him. She was like, yeah, that's right. And I was like, oh, we're bad at this, right? So I don't know. I don't know. Like smoke signals, homing
Mhm.
pigeons. Um, I don't know.
That's a
I
sign.
some kind
I'm
of
not for the
sign.
street. You gotta let me know you interested.
Yeah. Like
Okay.
whatever it is, like you know what I mean? Like don't tarry, cause I will just like, I'm ducking and dodging, so I will forget about it. If you don't say it, like, what I'm saying? Tell them. So, okay, so find a sister who's my friend,
Okay.
and then, or a brother who's my friend, and then tell them, hey, Khadijah, so and so is
Yeah.
interested. Like,
Old
do old
school.
school.
Yes, old school. Bring it back.
Old
Slide
school.
me a note. Get a note. Yeah. Write a
Can
note.
we get,
Do you
do
like
you
me?
like me? Yes or no? Follow that joint up. You know
Oh
what I'm
my
saying?
God. That's an app, sis. For real.
Yeah. Do you like me? Yes or no? Fold it up and, give it to somebody. Like, I'm not hard to find. You know what I'm saying?
Alhamdulillah. For
I am
real.
seriously not hard to find.
Okay. Um, what are your visual turnoffs?
What are my visual turnoffs? Bad teeth.
Mm, okay.
Bruh, fix your teeth. Like, just go to the dentist. You know what I'm saying? Even if you have to buy some, like I don't do that side action. You missing some and you need a partial, get a partial. You know what I'm saying? Like, get your whole teeth. Get you some braces. It's acceptable at our age, our big age, to have braces. Get you a retainer. You can get them little Invisalign.
Okay.
Um, I just don't do bad teeth. Um, I talk too much, so I try to keep my teeth together.
Alhamdulillah.
So, alhamdulillah, I got some nice teeth. So I don't want to be looking at Mr. Ed in the face.
You do. Alhamdulillah.
So, that. I don't like run over shoes. I don't do men with bad shoes. My grandmother used to say you can buy your clothes from Walmart, but your shoes need to be a step up. So I
Mm-hmm.
grew up with that. So you're not gonna catch me in no, bad shoes. I don't want to see my boo with bad shoes.
Okay.
Um,
The
so
bad shoe. Right
bad
on.
shoes, but I mean, because then it make your feet hurt, and then you be walking on bad. You know what I'm saying? And then I may need you to, wrestle a bear for me. You can't catch
Okay.
no bear.
What about his feet then?
Oh, girl, we just had this conversation. One of my girlfriend was like, why don't these men whiten their teeth? And I was like, whiten their teeth, sis. Some of these men they're not even washing their feet. Like, they're not even going to get pedicure. Like, I need men to care about their feet.
Yeah.
I don't have bad feet. I don't have corns. I wear high heel shoes. You won't catch me in a corn with a corn on my feet. Go get a pedicure. It is so acceptable to get that hard work foot of yours, brother, to get it taken care of.
Yeah. I heard
Um,
the soap run down their legs.
you said
It's
what?
like some let the soap run down their legs. They don't,
Yeah,
yeah, they don't really scrub below the knee.
no. And I don't know what that is. You know what I mean? Like, it's 2022. We have many products that can help you exfoliate and breathe new skin, breathe new life into your skin, bruh. Like, you know what I mean?
And
Just hit me up if you want some recommendations. Get your little pumice, a little
yeah,
loofah, leave them in the
yeah.
shower. You know what I'm saying?
You get a
So,
stool. Yeah, you get a shower bench. Some people, they can't bend over and stuff.
you
You
know,
can sit
look,
down and be safe. You
you know
can.
what my dad has in his shower? My dad has a loofah, like, those little pads that you stand, like the bathroom. I went to my parents and I was like, Mommy, where does this come from? She was like, Oh, that's your dad. He found it online. I said, That's a genius. I,
Mhm.
I, I did. It's a little loofah pad. It's, sticky, so it has a little suction. I was like,
Yeah.
I need one of these for my feet. So the brothers can, get that off of Amazon. I'm sure Jeff Bezos will send that right to their door on Prime.
For free. Or at least $5.99. Right on. Okay.
Something.
Yes.
So teeth, shoes, feet, are like the visuals. Let's just go and put it out there. I like, some nice thick black men. I am not I am not even 5 feet tall.
Okay. Oh, for real?
Uh, huh?
My Allah. Okay.
Yeah,
I would
I know you talking about you were 5'11".
no, I'm yeah, well 5'10". But personality wise, I wouldn't have thought you were five.
I
Yeah, I wouldn't have
know.
thought you were shorter than five.
I
Wow.
know. I know
Okay.
that's the problem. That really is the problem, sis. Is I don't know. I don't check myself. I don't know my size. I don't know my. I don't. What is it? I don't behave my size.
Alhamdulillah.
But I
What
also think that's because I'm so little. And my mom is equally, my mom and I are the same height. So I learned, I learned to kind of stand my ground and take
Alhamdulillah.
up my own personal space. But I leave room for people to have space because I understand that everybody is not as outgoing as me.
Mm-hmm.
But let me tell you, um, I like bigger men. Like, you ain't gotta be
Understood.
tall.
Understood.
My my preference is, 215, 220.
Okay. You know your numbers. Yes, it's a good height
Okay, what's
range.
a good height range for your 5'8", 5'9", 5'8", 5'8" to about 6'1", 6'2".
Save the giants for me. Thank you, sis.
Let me tell you something. Again, they don't it's what happens, right? It's what happens. It's what happens. I literally, it's like, what? But I'm horrible with age, height, and weight. So
Okay.
you can lie to me and tell me you 5'2". I mean 6'2". I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know 5'9" from 6'2".
I tell you.
Because I
I
don't. I'm
feel
not
you.
even, I'm
Yeah, he
4'10". I'm
okay.
4'10". So it's all big to me. So, you know what I mean? But the thing is I'm 4'10", but I'm 4'10" and a half. Let me forgive myself. But
Right
I
there.
don't know that I'm 4'10" and a half.
Okay. Okay. What parts of your personality must be challenged?
What parts of, what parts of my, what parts of my,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
what parts of my challenged?
Yeah.
Um, so explain it a little more, because I think I know what
Okay.
you mean, but
Um, do you struggle with punctuality? Do you struggle with um being tactful sometimes? Do you struggle with not speaking up when you should? Those kinds of things.
so, so I will say that I am a procrastinator in rehab.
Okay.
And really, to be like totally transparent about it is, I'm a horrible procrastinator. Um, and over the years, I've tried to determine like the cause of, get to the root cause of my procrastination, which is anxiety, fear of failure, all of those things. And so in my procrastination, um, I have also learned to understand when to move and when not to move.
Okay.
So I can procrastinate on something, but I also know now I'm recognizing when it is a protection for me
Okay.
and when it is absolutely positively me just not wanting to face the music, so to speak.
Mm.
And I give myself grace either way. I give myself grace either way. So I don't know that that's like something that he would have to challenge me on, because I think I have these last 5 years have just been an amazing time for self-awareness. And you just kind of check yourself. Like, I'm surrounded by really, really good friends and loved ones who they know I'm going through a process of transformation. And I'm really comfortable about saying, what I thought yesterday isn't necessarily what I'm going to bring to the forefront, 3 days from now. I give myself that room for grace, and I try to give it to everybody else, right? Provided that that's where we are. I think probably the next biggest challenge in my personality is just kind of continue to push forward. You know what I mean? Like you always improve and kind of navigating, breaking that negative self-talk for the things that you desire to do. And so sometimes I'll fall back to those old habits. And it doesn't feel good.
Okay.
And so that's probably one of those things, but that comes with, I think, like, that ain't nothing we need to start with. You know what I'm saying? Brother, don't check me about myself like that. You don't even know me like that. Like, let's get down the road and be like, Khadijah, your stuff, like, sis, come on.
Okay.
Like, yeah, don't lead with that with me.
So that would be a red flag and a turn off then. For somebody to pay more attention to checking you than they pay attention to checking themselves. Like if they didn't match you on that level, where they give themselves that they dedicate that kind of introspection to themselves, then they wouldn't be a good match for you then.
Nah, no.
Yeah.
I think at this stage of my life, the one thing that I will not tolerate is someone who is not introspective and willing to change the work to do the do the work to change. Like you absolutely have to. And I challenge myself even in that is to kind of continue to work on myself and not get short tempered with it, not be disillusioned by it. Because we all kind of know and grow at our own pace. But someone who's, values what's being built between he and I enough at this point that they like, okay, just really kind of communicate. I need to fall back and I need to make sure that I am the best version of myself and then communicate that, women communicate so much differently than men, but I also understand better communicate what I'm feeling and really to kind of, I want to say like lessen the expectations in relationships, but I would say level set the expectations. Because we all know and grow at a different pace. And I know that I can, like, hey, I know me, I want to move this in this direction at this pace. And if you're not meeting that energy, what are you doing? You know what I mean? And so I think that that's probably, that is definitely a red flag. If you're more into, focusing on me as opposed to focusing on yourself, because I'm happy, like I'm good. I need you to be happy and you to be good. And then we can kind of work on being better, together. You know what I'm saying? Stone soup. You've heard that? You heard that before? That yeah. So stone soup. We make a good pot of stone soup.
Yes. Everybody put something in. Everybody
would you? Okay, I can't see the question, sis. What did Corey say?
Your career
professional
to your location.
So I'm not would he have to move to my location? I don't know. I mean, I Antonio in a couple of years. Just because from the cultural perspective, I want to find something. Now, this is what I'm saying today. I want to find something that leans more into a better community that I identify with. And I say that knowing full well that there is no place like DC on the
Mm,
planet. There's
yes.
no place like I can't recreate that anywhere in the world. I can't recreate my connections with people because I kind of grew like I reverted to Islam uh the my senior year in undergrad, and then I started graduate school at Howard. And so and I just left in 2017. So you do the math. Like, my friends have had, I say it, I've been married and divorced in DC. Like, my kid thinks he's a Washingtonian when he really is a Marylander. But don't let him, don't tell him I said boy, you from Prince George's. You are not. I brought you home to DC. But even then, it was Tacoma Park. It wasn't hardcore. I didn't take you to Ward 7, bro. Calm down. You weren't born in Ward 8. No, your dad lived in Ward 8, but calm yourself. You a PG County Greenbelt at that. You ain't even hardcore. You ain't out there in, Clinton, up in Marlboro. But yeah, I don't know. Moving, I don't know. That's questionable. We'll figure it out. Let's see what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Okay then. So where can they find you when you hang up? Where can they find you? On LinkedIn, on Instagram, on Facebook? What else is up?
Instagram. Don't do Facebook because my account got hacked. And
Okay.
so my account got hacked. So sometimes I'm on it when somebody hits me up, and then people are like, all my friends are texting me like, "Is this really?" Instagram is pretty much it. The best way to reach out to me. I'm on LinkedIn, but I don't hit me up on LinkedIn. I've really
Okay.
only focused on that for work. Yeah, so you will not. But Instagram is easy. Is probably the best way to find me.
Okay. Yes. Well, thank you for being our first sister guest. It was a pleasure.
I was like, these brothers, like, what's up? Ain't no sisters coming through. Like, we single. We out here in
We
these single streets. We singlets.
we started we
I
started with the
know.
brother for October,
I
to
know.
play
I thought that was so cute. And I want to say shout out to Corey. K
Alhamdulillah. Yes.
Kori. um, I saw it, and I think this is an excellent platform for all of us, even if it's nothing more than to make these connections. You're a beautiful sister. She told me, she was like, "Oh,
Like
you'll love her." I was like,
likewise.
"Oh," I was like, "I know her." But I didn't get out much. I
Me
didn't get out
neither.
much. I didn't get
Neither.
It's been a wonderful experience. I wish you all much success.
I
Mashallah,
mean,
yes. Corey, my big love, and the Majids, the Majid girls.
yeah.
That big fun. Well, sis, thank you again. I'm gonna go and now, end my night and wait for
You gonna
all
eat
the
something?
eligible Akis to reach out to me.
Okay. You gonna cook something?
Tomorrow, tomorrow I'm making some hash. Though I do have for breakfast tomorrow. So it's sweet potato, pumpkin, and
Mm,
so you kind of think about what would go in dressing, but it's a
yeah.
hash. So I'll make a hash for breakfast in the morning, and with some eggs. I do eggs over easy and then put them
Okay.
on top of the bowl, and then slice up a couple of avocados. So that's breakfast for tomorrow.
Did you take mumbo sauce to Texas before you
Let me tell
go?
you, let me tell you, I met a brother from DC. We randomly met up, found each other. That brother brought me 4 bottles of mumbo sauce back from DC. Let me tell you, that brother forever. He from the nation. He's I forget the temple that's over there on Alpha Alabama Avenue. That brother brought
Okay.
me mambo sauce. I was like, let me tell you something. And his wife from Philly. They brought me
Okay.
Philly cheesesteak. I was like, you know, I ain't gonna fool with the cheesesteak because it's to come from Philly. But that mambo sauce, like, girl, I was so psyched. I was so excited. And then I was like, wait a minute. I can order this online. So let me tell you, I was handing that out like Oprah. You get some sauce and you get some sauce. And you get I was buying it online and giving it to them, handing it to them like they were like, oh, that goes Oprah. You get my little sauce. You because I don't like sauce down here. I love me some mambo sauce. I sure do. So
They don't like
who? Who?
they don't
No,
like
you know they do salsa. They had not had mambo sauce. So
okay.
I
Okay.
introduced mambo sauce to
Okay.
so that
Yeah.
and jerk. Jerk like jerk marinade. I know.
There you go. Mashallah. Allah sent you to Texas.
It's
To
Texas.
teach
Now they'll put some
style.
stuff on the grill. So I was like, marinate these briskets in some jerk. Like let's handle
Mm,
some business. So you know what I'm saying? I'll leave my little stamp on, my little razzle dazzle on San Antonio.
okay.
I'll leave my little razzle dazzle on San Antonio before I leave.
Okay. Jazakallah khair. Alhamdulillah.
Alaikum. Thank you very much. Alaikum.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It was honor.
Same here.